Well, hello, and thank you for joining us for the weekend edition of Stories of Great Christians. If you recall, last week we heard episodes 1 and 2 of 27 chapters in the life of George Mueller. Well, here we go with chapter 3. Let's take a listen, see what's up this week. Please hit subscribe and join us daily, and also hit like and all that kind of stuff. And leave a comment.
We greet our friends everywhere with Chapter 3 of To Ask No Man, the story of George Mueller's incredible adventure with God. This is another in the series Stories of Great Christians, brought to you by the Moody Bible Institute of Chicago.
There's no need to hide it from you anymore. I rather think there's no one left that it can hurt. I, Henry Craig, British preacher, George Mueller's close friend, was many times baffled, upset, infuriated by his ways. Over and over I asked myself, Henry Craig, why is this German chap as he is? Bit by bit I pieced together the answer. This is the story I am telling you. When George was about 20 and a student at the University of Harvard, he picked up with Beta, a strong chap who lusted after the excitement of Mueller's beer-drinking crowd and also attended prayer meeting every week. It was quite inevitable, one night, Mueller also went to prayer meeting. There, for the first time in his life, he saw a man kneel when he prayed to God. George was impressed. He went back to his room, knelt by his bed, and prayed. And for the first time, George Mueller reached out and touched God. After a while, through Beta, I suppose, he got acquainted with Dr. Gustav Tulloch, famous professor of theology at the university. Even though Tulloch was only 10 or 15 years older than George, he advised him and even scolded him when he faltered in his new Christian life. And George listened. For a while, it rather seemed as if he might lose that old rebelliousness against his father, or anybody who reminded him of his father's discipline. Soon he was stopping off at Dr. Tulloch's house whenever he felt tired or lonely or hungry.
George, my boy, that you? I was walking home from the library and I said to myself, so I can do him now and I'll help him clean up this stew. Oh, come right here.
Oh, it is stew.
Ah, you know, an extra plate. Thanks. Pull up a chair, son. Yeah. I'll put this right here at the end of the table. Right, of course. You shouldn't do it, Study all day at the library without anything in the stuff. Is that not true, George?
How did you know?
I did. You are too thin, my boy. Now, let's do it. Help yourself. First, I give thanks. Ready? What is in that bundle, George? One is put there on the table. Missionary magazines you gave me? The ones I've read so far. No, on the dining table. For more than checks on me for the stem and the beef stew. Much better. You come back now. The stew is waiting. You ought to be careful of those magazines. They're valuable. Oh, you enjoyed them, then, George? They astonish me. Good, good. I didn't know anything about missions before. And now? Hold on. What is happening in our world in this 19th century? It is like what happened in the book of Acts. I think it is more exciting to read. Oh, my boy, this would be sacrilege. Oh, look, it seems to me that Christianity is a little bit like a flower holding its beak to itself. When suddenly, the wind comes along. Poof! There's a seed there, and one over there. Oh, Christ in heaven must have waited for us. Now, don't let that stew chill, boy. The mighty wind blows. And that man, John Williams, goes to the South Seas. And what's his name? John Wesley to the United States. Well, the British fellow, William Carey, to India. Yeah, giants, all of them. Oh, look. I want this magnificent wind to blow me. George, wasn't for Stu I came to. I had to tell you. I have said to God, I've said, send me. Send me to any mission field in the world. There I will preach your word.
Of course, you are educated to be a minister.
These magazines changed my mind.
You are prepared for a pastorate.
But the ministry is not, what do I mean, urgent enough. In Samoa, in India, Tolak men and women are dying without Christ. I must tell them.
My boy, God does not honor rash decisions.
I fought this out for a week. On my knees. God called me. Listen to me. I knew it first when I was reading the last chapter of my I knew it was his voice.
God bless you, George. I know it too. Now, forgive my questions, but you are such a young Christian.
I wanted you to know first. This is why I stopped at Stu.
You are not leaving already.
I must.
Oh, nine. Such a night calls for a prayer meeting. They must have a prayer meeting. I'll run next door and get my good friend Peter. He can pray.
Good night. I'm afraid not.
But of all nights. No, my son, I insist. Studying can wait.
But this isn't studying.
What else is important?
I need a friend.
Well, then bring your friend to the prayer meeting. No, son, such a decision we celebrate on our knees.
It's out of the question for my friend.
What kind of friend is this, then?
Or like you're a bachelor. You can't understand that. My engagement is with a girl.
A girl?
She would not do so well at a prayer meeting.
My boy.
I don't mean that.
You mean she would feel out of place at a prayer meeting with old bachelors like Peter and myself?
You do understand.
Well, do what you think best, George. But remember, whatever you do, wherever you go, Peter and Tolak will be praying for the newest missionary of our wonderful century.
You will like Papa, George. I know you will.
I hope so.
Papa is very broad-minded. He will like you. Here we are. Papa, waiting at the door.
He's very late.
Here is George Mueller, Papa.
Herr Mueller.
You keep my daughter out late, Herr Mueller.
Well, we were walking through the park and...
George is at the university, Papa.
Ah, so?
I am at the village.
George's father is with the government, Papa.
Well, we must talk about that. Here, let me take your jacket. We go in the other room.
Let me take your cap, George. You and Papa sit down. I will make tea.
Yes, sit down, Herr Mueller. Not every night my daughter offers to make tea for a young man. Here, now then, tell me about your father's government work.
We are sorry we are late, Papa. George was in a very talkative mood tonight.
How so?
Your daughter's a good listener.
My daughter's a good girl. She also cooks more than just tea. Armagard?
Now, Papa, George does not want to hear that kind of talk.
I know your daughter's fine, Herr Mueller. She has sympathetic heart. Today I made a big decision. And she let me talk and talk.
This decision...
George, it is much too late for serious talk. Papa's
I
tired.
am not.
I wouldn't want to bore you.
Nein.
But I want to tell everybody I did.
Ja. Go on, young man.
From what the woman tells me, you and I won't see eye to eye.
Well, as we see.
Papa.
I mean, tell.
Good. Today I dedicated my life to I told God I'd be a missionary.
It's you.
This is what you talk about so long in the park?
No, McGrath isn't especially interested in missions, but
Interested. Missions?
But she's fine, and she listens and listens, even though she doesn't understand.
Papa, I told George I do not know a thing about missionaries.
But I had to talk, and she would do.
Keep my daughter out to such an hour listening to a fanatic talk?
Papa, stop. George is sincere.
George is also very much out of place in this house. I am a scholar and philosopher. Herr Mueller, about religion I care nothing. Nothing. It's an opiate. A waste women's emotions. I also have a
Oh,
daughter,
please, Papa.
and it's my duty to see she does not throw away her life,
But George and
especially on some religious fanatics. I know young people.
Herr Grundrich, I think you'd better go now, Herr Mueller. God, you have called me. I have heard and answered. I am your missionary. From now until I die, keep me in the way. In the name of Jesus Christ, whose blood will be with me. Amen.
Oh, George, I never talked so hard out all winter long, all those nights. But now it is spring, and it is much too wonderful to be so high-minded and serious. Please, George.
I'm sorry, oh my God. What I can talk about, what I can think about these days is the mission field. But there is something else, too. Two things on my mind.
Two things? I have only heard about one. Yes?
Oh my God.
What else is on your mind, George?
You know, I just can't say it.
Try.
I can't. There's your father.
Oh, forget Papa.
Oh my God.
What is it?
I love you.
Oh, George, I think I love you too. If only...
If only what?
Oh, all this talk about being a missionary.
All this talk?
You ask me?
Serious? Oh my God.
Oh, that is the trouble. I do not think I could slip in the door.
You just think that now. You'll learn. We'll learn together.
No, I do not want to learn. Missionaries are so shabby and poor.
This sounds like your papa. You never said this before.
You never told me you loved me before. I did not have to say it.
It is papa.
Partly. But it is not all, Papa. George, I could not ever marry a missionary. If that is what you are thinking about.
Naturally.
I do not even believe in your kind of God. I never have. And as for Jesus Christ, well, I do not understand it all. How could I be a missionary's wife? I want to have nice clothes and good furniture and a carriage that I'm not ashamed to drive down the main street. Oh, George, you might as well know right now. You have to choose.
God. God. That isn't there. Can't reach him. It's been days now. Go to sleep without praying. But he isn't there anymore. Grant me, I beseech thee, Almighty and merciful God, fervently to desire, wisely to search out, and perfectly to fulfill all that is well pleasing to thee. Order thou, yuck, so good. God, where are you? What is wrong? What have I done?
And so we conclude Chapter 3 of To Ask No Man, the story of George Mueller's incredible adventure with God. This is another in the series Stories of Great Christians, which come to you transcribed from the Moody Bible Institute of Chicago.
No one said it'd be easy when we become a Christian, and marriage is no different. It's a big decision. The biggest decision you'll ever make is asking Jesus into your life and your heart. God shared his entire world, his entire universe, everything he shared with us. And he only asked for a little spot in your heart. Actually a big spot, your entire heart, your whole life. But still, he's God. He gave us the very breath of life when we were babies. We come into the world naked, we leave naked. We're better off to trust God for our yesterdays, our todays, and if we have tomorrows. So till next time, thanks for tuning in. Lord bless you, and Lord bless me as well. And Lord willing, and tarrying, and keeping me around, and keeping you around. And Lord being patient. And till next time, I look forward to seeing you. God bless.